All right, Battle of Iowa now. What do they call it? The Cyhawk rivalry here. Iowa State. They play each other every year in the month of September, non-conference. And here we go again with these two. Iowa 4-point road favorites in Ames. And here we go again with the total with these two teams. It's always in the 30s. And we see it once again here, 36 with Iowa and Iowa State here. I'll tell you what, if you're Iowa, I'm not too enamored with my performance last week against Utah State, who I don't think are going to be particularly good this season. And there's Utah State hanging around, and they were never, threatened to not cover that point spread last week. Utah State against Iowa. And again, with Iowa so many times is, can we trust this offense to be explosive enough to win games and cover numbers, especially as chalk, as favorites? And last week we didn't see a 24-point favorite against Utah State. Well, guess how many points they scored? 24. And that tells you all you need to know. Now, I will say this, in fairness to the Iowa offense, I still liked certainly more of what I saw from Cade McNamara compared to, Spencer Petras and some of these real anemic options they've had at quarterback in the past year, the Hawkeyes. But still a work in progress. Still, there were too many points left on the table, not able to finish drives consistently. What's also very interesting is that Caleb Johnson running the football for Iowa last week against a team they should have been able to just run the football down their throat. 63 yards on 19 rush attempts, 3.3 yards per carry. That's not what you want to see when you're facing what should have been an overmatched defensive front for Utah State. So I got issues with trusting Iowa laying 4 on the road in a spot like this. Iowa State, obviously, we know what's been going on there. The betting scandal. Ditto is why Hunter Decker's unavailable for them at quarterback this season because of that whole incident. And it looks like Rocco Becht got the start last week for them against Northern Iowa. And I thought Iowa State was certainly vulnerable. And I was part of that flock of bettors that took Northern Iowa and absolutely paid the price for it, as Iowa State ended up winning that game very comfortably by a score of 30-9 last week over Northern Iowa, when a lot of the money came in on Northern Iowa in that game. Becht was solid, 10 of 13, 113 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. It was a decent performance overall from this Iowa State Cyclones team. But now you're taking a big step up in defensive class against a team like Iowa. See if Rocco Becht and the offense is able to have that same kind of success. I'm not going to fib anybody into thinking that I have a strong or any kind of opinion on this game. I don't have a bet on the side. I don't have a bet on the total right now. And I'm pretty sure I won't have one before kickoff on Saturday. Conor, what do you think here? Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get involved in here either. Yeah, Iowa, just that was one I just kind of kicked myself. Utah, just the points, the under just was easy, kind of cruise. McNamara was okay. I think the defense should get better. This team's dealt with some stuff off the field, like you talked about, and some injuries. This is always a good rivalry. Iowa State won the game last year, remember, 10-7. So, but I don't even know if Iowa should be laying 4 in this game. I mean, maybe they are a little bit better. Yeah, we haven't seen enough out of Rocco, like we talked about. I don't know what we see. I got to see a little bit more from Rocco. We're obviously going to have slow play. That's why this totals to 36. You total that low, dogfight, free bet, I take the points. But in the end, I don't think I'm going to get involved too. But I'll wait on this.